If you have been following me for a while, you may know that I was studying at Manipal University for the past couple of years. However, what most of you don't know is what kind of course I was doing. A lot of you assume that I'm a medical student. A lot of you assume that I'm doing BTech from Manipal Institute of Technology. And you may be correct because I make videos on all those topics. I've covered all those colleges of Manipal, made different kind of videos. But the truth is something entirely different. Hey guys, this is Kirat and welcome back to yet another video. This video is going to be my entire journey. I'm going to explain you why I joined Manipal, what was my story behind joining Manipal, what I was up to, what are my future plans. You might think that the title has given it all away, you know everything, but trust me, this journey is very interesting. It's one hell of a story. So yeah, make sure you watch the entire video. Let's get started. So back in 2018, after completing my 12th grade, I wanted to go and pursue my bachelor's in computer science from abroad. Everything was ready. I got into all the universities I wanted to. The entire procedure was in front of me of visa and all the enrollment. Everything was basically on track. But I was slightly confused and it was a bit overwhelming for me because I had never lived all by myself. I had never lived in a hostel. So going from living in Chandigarh for the past like 10 to 12 years and then going straight to a foreign university in a foreign country where I have no idea what to do. I have to cook all by myself. I have to manage everything by myself. You can say it is overwhelming to say the least. I was kind of mentally preparing myself that, thousands of international students do it every year, so why not me? All these students have lived with their parents for all these years and now they're living alone, so even I can do that. But still there was some kind of fear in the back of my mind. Then one fine morning, just researching on the internet about all these courses about studying abroad, I came across this program run by Manipal University. It was basically a program where you spend 2 years in Manipal, you study in Manipal, and then you transfer to a foreign university of your choice and you graduate from there. So 4 years down the road, 4 years later, I would have a degree from a foreign university of my choice with no links to Manipal at all. At that time, it felt like some Facebook bot was reading my mind and analyzing all the problems I had, and then they presented me with this Manipal course as a solution. It was like killing two birds with one stone, like quite literally. It was solving my problem that I had with living by myself, and then it was also giving me an opportunity to study abroad. It seemed like a perfect choice at the time, and I still stand by it. However, a huge disclaimer: if you're planning to join this course or if you were researching about it, I highly recommend you to watch my review about the same. Although it all worked out for me, it may not be the same for you because most of the students of this course are not kind of satisfied with it. So yeah, more information in that review, go watch it. So moving on and skipping 2 years ahead, my Manipal journey ended in early 2020. If you want to see what was my journey like, how I spent my time in Manipal, I have made a video called 2 years of Manipal in 2 minutes. I spent a lot of time editing that video. You will definitely enjoy it. You can check it out here in the I button or I'll put it in the description box. But yet again, after 2 years, I was left on crossroads thinking which university to pick. See, in 2018, as I said, I got into all the universities I wanted to. Those universities in UK and Australia weren't actually the top tier universities, or as us Indians say, tier 1 universities. They were more of mid tier universities. So because of that reason, when I joined Manipal, I was like, you know what, I was able to reach these universities. Now I have a chance to improve myself or get into better universities. So I might as well spend my time working hard in Manipal. So when 2 years later, when I apply to foreign universities, I get into the best universities I can. Like, I don't have to compromise. All of this eventually paid off, and I got into the two universities I was looking forward to throughout my entire 2 years of journey, which were the University of Queensland and the Australian National University. Now, both of these universities, as you might have guessed from the name, are in Australia. The cherry on top of all of this is that back in 2018, I had no scholarships. Since I was going to mid-tier universities, they don't offer a lot of scholarships. So I had no financial aid, you can say. But this time, because of my marks, I got quite a lot of scholarships. I got a 50% one-time scholarship from ANU, and I got a 35% 2-year scholarship from UQ, or the University of Queensland. Now you'll say, okay, Kirat, you got what you wanted, you got your offers, you got your scholarship. But which university did you join? And this doesn't look like Australia, does it? And you're right, I'm not in Australia, but when I will be, I'll be sharing a lot of vlogs and I'll be sharing basically my entire journey with you guys. So if you want to watch all of that sweet content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Now, coming back to the point, we all know what happened, right? COVID happened, everything came crashing down, international borders were closed. A lot of countries were in a very bad state. They closed down all the universities, all colleges, everything was closed down. So around May 2020, after the lockdown, we realized that there is no way that we are going to Australia or any other country. Basically, everyone in our course was stranded in India. At this time, our universities gave us a relatively simple choice, which was you can either start studying online right now, so you just immediately start your course online, and whenever the borders open up, you can shift to offline. The second option was that you defer your offer. Deferring your offer just means taking a gap or just shifting your degree to the next semester or the next intake. Now, at that time, I really didn't want to study online. I was like, you know what, I'll wait 6 months, because some reports were saying that by Feb, which is the next intake from July, Australia should open up, and basically all other countries should also start calling up all the international students and continuing their course. But well, here we are in Feb 2021, and still Australian borders have not opened up. There is no clue when they'll open up. And this put me at a crossroad again. Should I defer myself to September 2021, which will be extremely late? There will be a 1 year gap in my degree, which kind of sucks. Or on the other hand, I can start my course online, and hopefully, as things are now getting better, we have a couple of vaccines. Australia is almost COVID free, so 6 months down the road, maybe I'll be continuing my studies in Australia. So this time, to avoid the long gap, I just went ahead and chose to study online. Even though I wasn't really happy with the decision, we don't go to foreign universities to just study. We go there for the exposure, we go there for the opportunities, for the experience. And studying online won't really give you all of that, except the academic benefits, which I'm yet to experience. But I'm guessing that their online classes, the foreign universities' online classes, will be miles ahead of what we're used to here in India. So now finally, let me come to which university did I end up choosing after all. As I previously mentioned, I got into two universities. I got into a lot of universities, but the two universities I was really looking forward to were Australian National University, which I'll refer to as ANU, and UQ, which is the University of Queensland. After a lot of thinking, a lot of research, after a lot of talking to alumni and finding different articles, etc., everything, all of that, I went ahead and accepted my offer to study at, drumroll please, Australian National University, Canberra. Now, there are three main reasons why I chose ANU over all of the other universities. I won't be talking about why I chose Australia, but my university in general, because that will be a video for another time. But yeah, the first reason is that ANU is quite literally the highest ranked, the number one university in Australia according to the QS World Rankings. And in contrast, if you see, Manipal sits at around a 800 or 900 mark in that rating, and ANU sits at a world rank of 30. So that is quite a jump. And as I mentioned 2 years back when I joined this course, I told myself that I won't be compromising. I would be going for the best university I can. And ANU was that list. I think ANU is the highest ranked university you can get into from this transfer program, from this Manipal transfer program. The second reason is that ANU is also the most employable graduate university in Australia. I don't need to explain this point. We Indians are obsessed with the idea of placements and just landing a job right after we graduate. So this statement just kind of gives me a sense of security that, okay, 2 years down the road, when I apply for the post-work visa and all of that, I would have the advantage of ANU's employability and I don't like to use this tag word, but the ANU tag. Okay, I said it. And finally, the third reason is the peer group. Now, the cutoff for ANU is much higher than other universities. What this means is that, at least what I interpret, is that the peer group in ANU would be much better than the other universities. This is true for Indian colleges as well. Now, we keep saying that IT tag doesn't matter, or maybe the IT experience won't matter in the end if you work hard, and all of that is true for all colleges, like all colleges around the world. But you can't deny the fact that the peer group in these top colleges, whether India or outside, is what makes the difference, is what makes a university a top university even more than the rankings. That's the reason why we see so many startups from, let's say, BITS and IITs and all of these colleges. There's a saying that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And that basically pushed me to go for ANU, since I know that the students over there or my peer group over there would be much better than me. They would be much more experienced and I would get to learn a lot from them. So yeah, those were my reasons for choosing ANU to continue my degree and begin my Australia journey. And yeah, that was my entire saga, the entire story. And as I said, if you want to watch that ANU content, that Australia content that I talked about, all the vlogs, and I'll be sharing my entire journey with you, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on that. If you want to see a vlog like even now of me studying online at ANU, maybe something like a day in the life of an Indian student studying in Australia, or you get the idea, make sure to tell me in the comment section down below. If you have any further questions as well, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll answer all of them. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out, and I'll see you in my next video.